Not everybody knows what they want to do with their life. You grow up and you have these ideas from your parents that are kind of flung to you over time, growing up with your parents, and they kind of become instilled inside of you depending on how much interest they hold, within what resonates with you and what doesn't. But even with that, like you still may not figure out what you really want to do, or you may do what your parents want you to do and then become unsatisfied with it and then realize maybe I should have did something else and I'd be more happy. It really does come down to doing something with your life that makes you happy and makes you feel fulfilled. If you're doing something just to get a result or just to get somewhere, then it's not going to make you happy ultimately at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, you're going to be miserable. And you may learn to tuck your misery deep within yourself and deal with it and keep it moving, but that's not healthy. It's not physically healthy, it's not mentally healthy, it's not none of that. You really should be figuring out what your career is going to be that's going to make you feel fulfilled. And you don't even have to look at it as a career. It's just what are you going to do that is going to bring you joy and fulfillment and earn you a living? And lots of people do that. But a lot of people think that they have to do what everybody else is doing. You know, go get a job title, become a manager, take on a certain position for 20 years until you become the top guy in that department or whatever, and you do the same boring shit every day. And yeah, you're making money, but you're miserable because you're a prisoner. You're a financial prisoner to your job. And I feel like if more people were going within themselves and really following the universal blueprint, their own universal blueprint, not everybody does this, but if they were, just imagine like how many fulfilled people would be out here. And I know that, you know, things happen for a reason, and, you know, you kind of need all this to be here to even identify it as what it is so you can know left from right, up from down, all this. I get it. But at the same time, the world is very confusing when you are growing up as a little kid. And when you get to be a teenager, your hormones start taking over and you're just bombarded with a whole lot of shit. Some people can process all this stuff and keep it moving, but a lot of people have issues processing their feelings, their thoughts, processing how they feel about their future, their emotions in general, just everything. Their vibe, they can't seem to get on the right vibe. This was my issue. Everybody always told me, raise your vibration. And then I would go and do that. And then everybody and their mom would bring me down. Why is that? It's just like it was so easy for them to penetrate my vibrational field, or, the calmness that I had created within my own soul to carry everywhere. But now that I have mastered things more, I understand more. But, anyways, my point is you really should be following what fulfills you in life. Life is insane. It is. Life is insane. But yet at the same time, life has the potential for pure beauty. Amongst the chaos at the same time, I know. And a lot of people don't see that. A lot of people do see that, but it is the truth. And you'll see it more as the truth if you look within yourself. But yeah, my final words are find fulfillment in everything that you do, because otherwise your entire life is going to be filled with misery, and you're just going to be finding yourself trying to contain the misery you feel within your own soul. That's just sad, but I've been there.